What's up guys, quick little video today. I have my C63 over here, facelift. So this applies to all W204 C classes with the facelift taillights. Essentially changed out the brake light bulbs, which kind of go behind this little strip over here, to LEDs. These being incandescent bulbs, which I still have in over here. Kind of hard to tell the difference on camera, but I really wanted to have that full 100% LED look to these taillights. So now when I press the brake brake pedal, it'll be more crisp, brighter sort of light. So I picked up these red LED lights on Amazon, pretty cheap, but here's the little serial number, whatever. I'll put the link in the description. You know, I wasn't expecting much. They are canvas friendly, supposedly, and they seem to be working just fine. I got the brake lights on right now, as you can see. I've got no air lights on, and they look really great, I think. So, like I said, kind of hard to tell on camera. These are red LEDs, not white ones. I believe it's pretty important with LEDs, you get the color to match the actual light you want. And it looks like a really crisp red. It essentially matches the color of the sort of LED strips that go across these taillights anyways. So now between my LED reverse lights, which I installed in a previous video, and these bulbs, my lights are now 100% LED. In case you didn't know, the normal, brake light bulbs are actually these incandescent bulbs. I think it's socket 921, something like that. They do the job, but I feel like for a car, this age, you kind of want to modernize it just a little bit. With that look of an LED and how it turns on, I feel like it's just a lot cleaner and nicer. I'm going to put some pictures up right now, kind of comparing before and after of that light with the incandescent bulbs and with the LEDs. Just to see if you guys can kind of tell a better difference. To get started, what you need to do is get access to the back of the taillight. So for this side, you just got to kind of pull on this little piece over here. But on this side, we got to pull off the first aid kit cover, which, of course, my car doesn't even have first aid kit for some reason. Then we can kind of reach behind there, and we can grab the little tabs that connect the gray plastic kind of holder for all the bulbs. And we can detach that from the car itself. And there are two electrical connectors you might be able to remove just for some better access. Here you can see what I'm talking about. We got these tabs right here. So by pushing on these, it kind of brings it forward. And then the only thing stopping it from being coming all the way out are this connector down here and the one up there, which is kind of hard to see. But believe me, it's there. You kind of got to pull up on it, push the two tabs aside, and the connectors will all come undone. So when you guys do this, you won't need to pull this entire thing out like I just did right here. You can actually leave this backside connected if you need to. But I took it out for the sake of this video. So here we can see the top. I got my LED reverse light, which we installed in the previous video. Let's see if I can get it to focus better. But there we go. But these two bottom bulbs are for the brake lights. So there are really only 3 incandescent bulbs in the entire facelift 204 taillight. I believe the pre-facelift 204 has mostly incandescent bulbs, if not all, unless you have the LED package, which then you have like LED turn signals and stuff. But the 204 facelift has the LED kind of strips that go across the top and the bottom, along with the LED turn signal already. But these bulbs were for some reason left incandescent, probably for cost cutting or whatever. Now, although these housings were not necessarily made for LED bulbs, I think they look fine. They turn on just as well as they would have, and they're just as bright, if not brighter. In fact, I think for the brake lights, they actually are brighter. So to remove these, now, if you want to reuse these, I would not touch these with your hands because the oils in your hands will actually ruin the bulb. So I'm just using this microfiber cloth, but you basically just have to push down and twist. Needed both hands there, but there you can see, comes out just fine. Looks like there's some kind of hot spots going on already with these bulbs, and this car is only like 5 years old, so those may be going out soon. I don't really know. Either way, we have replacements right over here. So I'm going to unbox these real quick, just some plastic, whatever, boxes and all that. So then we can install them the exact same way we took these out. Here we got a replacement LED light I'm going to be putting in instead of the incandescent bulb. As you can see, the actual diodes are red themselves, which kind of gives off that really nice, crisp looking light. So these should be great. And they're actually made to go into incandescent bulb housings as they have the light that goes around and not directly out. So it kind of makes sense. Installs the exact same way. You got to push in and twist to the right to kind of lock them in place. Then we put that entire board back in the taillight and we should be good to go. And there we have it. LEDs installed now. Not sure if you can tell the difference, but I'll put a picture up right now. I really don't think this camera really does us any justice, but the LED kind of comes on more crisper. Especially it's more noticeable when you're driving, you actually hit the brakes, like the light comes on instantaneously like an LED would, unlike the incandescent. That's kind of what you're getting here, not really more for the actual visual appeal, just it on. But it is noticeable when the car is on and then you're a person, so it is easier to tell in that case, but this picture really does not help the situation at all. But hope this will help you out. If you guys kind of want that full LED look, I'll put the link in the description to the bulbs. Not too expensive, pretty cheap to do, and no errors, which is great. And yeah, that's it.